we'd love to have you take the floor and Coach Eggen, how you doing?
We're doing great there, Coach Cam, and I appreciate this opportunity. I've coached for a long time, but this is the first. So doing a virtual clinic and just the point that you mentioned. Okay, I love doing this. I love interacting with high school coaches, junior college, whatever it is, NFL, all the way. And you can always learn. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you something that gives you a chance to be better, whether it's just a term or a drill or whatever it is. And I certainly appreciate this. I'm going to flash up to my information here with my email and all of that. Or I think I am anyway. I don't know what happened here. Let me go back. Somehow this. Let me just try and see if it was just working. Yeah, but anyway, I wanted to get my email on there, and I don't see it coming up. So we'll adjust, improvise on that thing. I'll try to get it on the board for you. I apologize here. I'll put it up on a whiteboard here at the end. Just remind me here, Coach Cam, to put that up. And I'll have an email if you've got any questions or if you want to ask. I'll get going on this. I'm going to talk about D-line play. I'm going to keep it really, truly with fundamentals and technique. Scheme-wise, of course, I've coached a long time now, and I've been in about every scheme that you can imagine, and all of these carry over. I started out 4 down, and that's what I like because I wanted to coach all 4. And then we were in a 3-4. And for a little while on that, I was concerned about, hey, is the techniques that I believe in, can they fit with this 3 down? And it really does. It confirmed what I felt about the fundamentals and techniques that I'm teaching. And hopefully some of these will give you an opportunity to use and look at. And if somebody has any questions as we get done, I'll give you that email again and get this thing rolling. This is my first virtual clinic, and I'm normally watching for guys. And if you've got a question I want you to answer, make sure just write them down or however we've got to do this. If you need to interrupt, say it, and we'll go with this. I'm going to go through it as quick as I can. I'm thorough. I believe in these things, and there'll be a lot more left on this tape when we finish, okay, because we won't get to it all. And if there's something else that somebody has a question about, then maybe I can help them. But I want to get going on this, Coach, and we'll get started, okay? My belief, again, fundamentally, we're going to go. I'm going to show you our agility, okay? And people are going, I don't need warm-up, okay? I'm going to give you some points. I don't believe anything is a warm-up. Stretching and all that stuff, that's warm-up. When we get them, I want them to go, okay? And I give them a reason, and I teach big guys how to run more efficiently, okay? And that is, you'll hear me talk, okay? Wrist above your waist. I think that's critical for any football player. You'll see guys work this way, and just that much time, okay, is the difference between getting a guy that's equal to you or better, and you're going to get him off your face in terms of a D-line. So again, I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about your feet follow your elbows, okay? Or your knees follow your elbows is what I tell them. And if you see it in a stance, and we'll get to this later on, you'll see guys that don't shoot their hands. They lift their hands, and their feet come out. That's why you get reached, cut off, all that stuff, okay? So again, it's teaching them how to tie everything together with up-tempo and finishing, okay? Off that last bag, you finish, okay? And the 3 things that I do most of the time is 1 in the hole. I'll blow through it, but I believe it, okay? My term is hips down, eyes up, okay? I don't want them looking at their feet, okay? You can't see anything. You can't deliver a blow. 1 in the hole. I don't talk about lifting my feet. I talk about popping your knee, okay? Pop your knee. You generate power with your hips, okay? I talk about the more violent I am with my elbows and my upper body, it allows my lower body to be violent, okay? They work together. The faster my hands, the faster my feet. The faster my feet, the faster my hands. So this is how I talk about it. I'll show you this. I'll try to go through it because everybody understands what 1 in the hole means, all that stuff. And then 2 in the hole, I'll show you. And then the lateral shuffle, okay? Those are the 3 that I like to do. And sometimes we get pinched for time, and I know you guys do, okay? Sometimes, you know, I don't get it, and then I look back, and I go, I'm not as efficient at running and turning, okay, and getting after the football. So real fast, I'm going to show you this. Okay, again, it's stuff, but I believe wholeheartedly in it. 1 in a hole, I've got some different angles here. Again, it's just a standard thing here. But again, I'm going to talk, this was early on, okay, but you've got to talk to them about driving that elbow, popping the knee, not lifting the knee, but popping, generating power, okay? Everybody's seen it, 1 in a hole. And now get off and accelerate off that last pad, just like you would off a pad for a running back or a QB, okay? Again, you can see some of these guys. I'll try to get another angle on this, okay? 1 in a hole. This is it, coming back, forward, having guys down, getting it, and I'll get you to an angle, okay? Another pop. Here we go, 2 in a hole, 2 in a hole. Again, big guys have a harder time doing this, even athletes. Okay, it is something you want. Again, it's 2 in a hole. Bam, 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 bam. And you want to pop your knees. You're going to see guys start to turn their shoulders a little bit, and you don't want that. You want to keep your hips square, just like you want them square to the line of scrimmage. Again, very important that you teach this through this, okay? And you'll see it improve, okay? But again, anything that you're going to video, you want to be able to show them. 2 in a hole a little bit better here. This right knee here goes out a little bit, but you're going to see right there, his elbow gets wide, okay? And that's what you're looking for. The elbow starts to flop out, and you'll see it on the shuffle drill more, okay? And all of a sudden, that's going to pull that leg out. You want everything moving forward, okay? So again, just understand this. I'm trying to go fast on this, and not, but I do. You can see right here how this guy turns, his shoulder pads, okay? Not understanding to stay square. Hands below, wrist below the waist. Okay, again, and it's not doing right here. This guy, hey, allow your upper body to help your lower body. He's all out of whack. Okay, and again, it takes time. Okay, freshman here that's just pounding it. Okay, be light on your feet. Not generating right here. Okay, using his upper body, and I'll get to this here again, okay, in a minute. But anyway, you can see this, okay? Here it is. Okay, lateral shuffle. Okay, and I'm going to let this run because it has some other of the video here in a minute, okay? Okay, lead step right there. The things that you want to look at, and we'll talk about it again, okay? As I'm coming through, you'll see guys here, they're just dead armed. Okay, you've got to teach guys, upper body, lower body together. Hips down, eyes up. I don't know if I can't remember if on this one I did it or not. I'll give them, okay, as they're going through 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 0. 1, whatever it is, so their eyes are up, okay? And that way, not only do they see it, but now when they verbalize, you've got to get them off the field, and they've got to be able to verbalize to what they saw, okay? You're training them to zero in on their landmarks, on their targets, okay? And how to communicate it. So, again, we've all seen this drill, okay? And now drop step and get out, okay? And again, his elbows are wide. You can see that there. A little bit better here, more action, standing tall, okay? Hips down, eyes up. He's not, he's standing tall. Again, and this is one of the first times we did it, so I'm not evaluating the player, but you do want to see here, this is a difference now. Here's a big point right here. You're going to see it real fast here, guys, okay? And I wish we were in the room. Well, yeah, back up just a little bit there. See what I'm saying? Okay, what you'll see guys do now, okay? And go back, look at this. This is important. You'll see guys just lift their feet. Okay, their hands are below, just like number 7. Here he is. You'll see it and go back. Okay, you get better as a football player if you teach this. You can do it now with this off-season stuff going on, but it's picking it up. You're not generating any power. And if I'm a D lineman going down the line and all I'm doing is picking up my foot, I got no power to punch it. And that's what you're talking about. You're here, so now I can step and punch and set an edge. So understand the reason why you do this. And then what I'm telling you, if you film it, which if you have access, you know, and I've got some different angles of this because some places I didn't have as much access. Okay, you've got to show this to them. You can talk and talk, they don't get it. They've got to be able to see themselves. And if you video something, I know coaches even at our level, they video it all and they never show it to the players. I'm not that way. I think seeing yourself doing it, you will correct a lot quicker because you can tell this guy right now, he's not doing it right in his mind, he's doing it perfect, okay? To show him so that you do correct it, okay? So that's the difference between popping the knee and lifting the feet, okay? And again, that's why it's a great lateral shuffle. You can see it. Who can generate power? Good quickness, but still not as strong, and they get better. This guy's turning his shoulders, staying square. Okay, again, feet are out on this one, okay, and some of them, but you can teach these guys this stuff, okay? Again, I'm just gonna run this through, and then we've got another angle of 1 in the hole, 2 in the hole, and you can just see it, okay? Again, we've got another lower level here, now it's coming back just here. Again, his left knee, his foot here, you'll see it now, goes out a little bit, okay? Here's a good job with the knees up, straight up, everything going straight ahead. Okay, just watch it. You can see here again. And all these guys now, whether it's the first time, second time, they're learning here. Better job, hips down, but now eyes up. Make sure you see it, what you're stepping over. Okay, now it's 2 in the hole. You can see this guy right here starts to turn. You want to stay square. Nice job here of pounding it right here. Okay, turns. They've got to get used to it, okay? Some are a little more athletic, but still, it's still. Now learn right here. And this is me. If I'm not coaching this, okay, if I'm not coaching it right, sorry guys. It's cowboy here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, and showing him he's not finishing, okay? They're gliding. Okay, you got to accelerate off the last pad. You got to show them it, okay? There's a better job here. Again, this angle just gives you a little bit better, more what you want, okay? Through it, not to it. Okay, first 2 did, okay? First 2 did it, accelerate. A little bit, glide, not accelerate. Accelerate off the last pad. The reason being on this, guys, again, what you're teaching them how, all of this carries over to everything, is if I'm on a pass rush, let's say, or even to the ball carrier, but boom, I've torqued my hips, and I'm on the back of that pad of the tackle in this case, okay, and I peek and look to decide whether I need to accelerate, ball's out. You've got 3 or 4 shots in a game, and if I check to see if it's a chance, it's gone. So now you're down to 2. Okay, so again, that's what you're training them to do. Accelerate off it, okay, and again, picking up your knees because it's a D lineman, there's a lot of trash. And if you don't pick it up or you don't pull and have strength, those guys are grabbing you, okay? I know it's the same way here, and I apologize, but holding is legal in football. Tackling sometimes gets called, okay, from the offensive standpoint. They can hold. And I do not allow my guys to make that as an excuse. Because if you get held, then you weren't strong enough and you didn't rack them and get them off your face to go. But again, it all ties into what you want and what you emphasize on this. So again, enough of just these deals here, but you can just see again, all of it's important to me, okay? And it's going to take you 5 minutes to 3 minutes each day. It's not a warm-up, okay? They need to be, okay, off on it and go. That's one I don't do as often. I still like it. Okay, get off. I'm just going to talk about this real fast. Okay, again, whatever you decide to do, get off. And it's later on in the video. I don't think we'll get blow delivery. Hopefully we can, okay? And I'll talk about this as I get into escapes. But what happens with guys, okay, Coach, can you see me on this here? Yep. Well enough, okay? On our stance, okay? What I want our guys to is attack, okay? Eyes and hands, okay? Bring the hips, okay? But I want them, when I started coaching D-line, okay, I was wondering, we had guys that really, they were good football players, tough, but they stepped down, okay? You can just imagine in your mind, they stepped down. So I started studying and talking. I'm going, you know, I know he doesn't want to. Here's what happens. Your feet follow your eyes or your hands, okay? And here's what I'm saying, the difference between shooting my hands or lifting them. And these guys, good players, trying to do right with getting a stance, say a 3 technique or a 5 technique, and all of a sudden, here they go. They step down, the guy reaches them and gets the outside pad. You go, golly, what's going on? All it was his step. He wanted to do it right. I wasn't correcting him. And so I took a lot of time to figure this out, okay? Because I had not coached the front like that before. And so I want them to step straight ahead to me. Again, does that mean at an angle? Okay, if they're on their landmark, boom, boom, and they're slanting, that's fine. Okay, it's the same thing. Or is it vertical because I'm playing a shade, or if it's a 0 technique or whatever you want that guy to do, okay, and what it is if you will follow your hands, okay? So here, and these are the examples, and then I'll show the drill, but I'm not going to take a lot of time showing it, but I'm explaining it to you. So you want that hand, okay, or put that foot directly behind that hand. Okay, these are corrections that you're going to see. Guys get their feet out here in their stance. They're going to follow here. They're going to step underneath themselves. Left-handed, if you're not a left-handed guy, a lot of times they're like this. They're going to step out. Okay, but most of it's done, even if they're lined up right, they're here, and they go like this. You watch it. You watch your guys. Here it is. Elbows out. They're lifting, not shooting, and they step down. Okay? So you want to work, or I do, I want to load up on that front foot, bring my hips, all that stuff too with blow delivery, but it's boom, shoot, thumbs up. Okay? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm doing here. And why I changed and put 3 pads down here, because guys, you could have one, and one step would be okay. The second step was be underneath them. So you want to get 2 steps, okay, on this so you can see it. This was the first day we did this, and some of these guys really struggled. They were more worried about their feet, but you want to get them where they're playing with their feet underneath their hips. If you want that, then you've got to train them, because not all of them can do that. Some of them waddle out, okay? You want to get as much movement and close, but yet on contact, you've got to have your second foot in the ground and being able to have a base and defend it, squeeze it, long arm, whatever you're doing. So that's the reason why I gave you this with just this, okay? Again, right there high, this guy, now again, what I tell him here, I want him to shoot it, as you heard me say it, okay? Pad level, okay? I don't talk about, hey, eyes here, all this. If you see your hands hit, that's pad level. Most of the problem gets, even when they come off, they'll be here, and then they go like this. And now all of a sudden they're backpedaling, which is a bad deal when you're a defensive lineman, okay? If you got a backpedaler, that's tough, okay? So again, you want to hit it here, but what they do is they don't go through the contact point. So I want to train my eyes to see my hands through the contact point. Now, I call it racking, whatever you want to call it, separation, whatever it is, okay? I call it racket. Now I can control the gap. Now I can get off the block, whatever it is. Okay, so again, thumbs up, that the blow delivery, and it's later on. If somebody wants to talk about it, make a note, and we'll get back in it if I can, okay? But again, that's all we were doing here, is loading up, shooting the hands. Right there you can see this guy, again, he turned out to be a good football player, but initially he was always like this. He had problems with the step. He's still doing it now because the bags were there. He's stepping right, but he was going to be late with his hands. Okay, you got to have your feet and hands simultaneously. That's just like what we were doing with the bags. Hands and feet work together. Blow delivery, same thing. Hands, hips, knees. I call it running my knees on contact, not running my feet. Okay, and we'll talk about that. Okay, but again, this is just that drill, okay? The other thing you can take them if you don't have that, okay, is, well, this one's, here, let me get one. Okay, right here. Okay, so on this one right now, what you want, okay? Here's the hand, foot right down there. And I did them on a line because initially this foot may be out here, over here. Hey, is it in line? And this guy's sucking for air right now, but I coach them all to coach each other, okay? His eyes better be watching, and he needs to tell me because I can correct him on it. I can't see everything. Now, you train your guys to coach one another. Huge, huge difference once you get them buying into coaching each other, not worrying about, hey, that guy's screwing up so I can play more. It's all of us together, okay? All of us together. And they've got to be able to do it. Your eyes are down. Make sure you're watching to see if that foot right there. Pretty good job on this one. Okay, a foot on hand. Good example of it. But just train. You can do this. And if you have a line, it's a lot easier to show that, okay? Same thing with this guy here. Shooting it, but he's not as powerful. He's hitting to the point, not through the point. But again, that's just stance. We're okay with all this. Okay, now, high hat, low hat, a lot of you guys do it. I did that here at this place, okay, because we were struggling so much with our feet, okay, and our steps. I don't like with high hat, low hat to put these in here because it makes the backside guy loop. What I needed to do is move this cone out wider, okay, but again, 1, 2, you can see him. Again, you don't want to see he's shuffling. You can see this, and this is what you show them. You want to attack it, not to shuffle. Okay? Quick feet, I know on contact, I'm going to get that second step down, but I want to still attack. I want to be aggressive, and this is what we were doing here, okay? So again, high hat, low hat, I'm going to just show you the different things we do with this here. Yeah, here's without, well, here's just a minute here. Here's without, okay? I'm going to show another group here just in a second. Okay, here. Just, again, what I do with these now, you're going to understand. These dots are tighter. I want them to strain their body off the ball, redirect. Again, upper body helps your lower body. Boom. Throw that elbow. Throw it. Poke that hip open, and now I'm here. Okay, if I don't let my upper body and lower body help, I round it off. Fish hooks, you hear. Okay, that's not us. We want to train it, boom. Okay, and if you will teach them how to use their upper body to torque their hips and go. Okay, and I talk about, again, running. I don't talk about run with your feet. You run with your knees. Because if I bring knees up, now I can generate power. If I drag my feet, and watch your guys, and on that bag drill, you can see some of them will drag their feet. They got no power. Those are the guys that end up on the ground because they get tripped over. You've got to be strong. You've got to get off a block, rip it, arm over, whatever you're doing, and drive off it because they're going to have you. Okay, they're going to be having their hands on you. Okay, and so again, this is what I want, tight. Even though a lot of the times, but if I don't teach them this, now they're not as effective going here. Even though that's where more times than not the ball is, say, off of this side. Again, I got to know. And I got to turn and go right there. Okay, again, just one more time with this one. Okay, now, again, get off. He shuffles a little bit, anticipate. These other guys are getting off a little bit better here. Okay, bam, open up and go. And I usually go, initially I do tell them right or left, just so they get understanding what it is. And then I'm going to go here, boom. They don't know. The next one I do, and I think I show it, is pass. So again, they're reading it all. Sometimes I let them cheat on this one and say, it's light, light, light. Okay, heavy, light, 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 meaning, hey, pass set, okay? Heavy, 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 meaning run, okay? Light, 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 and go. But even if it isn't, I'll sit here, and then I'm coming right back here to show pass, and I don't want to see them stuttering and going. They're not attacking. Okay, we want that old lineman, hey, worry about what we're doing. I'm not worried. Now I'm going to recognize what he does, and if I got to close, if I got to set an edge, whatever I got to do. But I'm not. My guys are attacking it. Okay, to attack their landmark, he'll take you to the ball. He's got the answer to the test. Okay, that's how we feel it. Okay, once they get that versus, hey, I got to read them, I got to stutter and see what. Play fast. Learn how to carry your pads, high hat, low hat, runner pass, and redirect. Great, great drill here. And again, I still do these, okay? And again, at the total of it, I may not do every one each day, okay? Because I probably got about 5 minutes to do something. But I'm going to get the pads down. I'm going to get them off the football, and I'm getting attack and redirect so they can do this. The next one, pass. The last one you're going to see, okay, is draw. I'll give this to you real quick, okay? Coach, can you see me well enough on this thing?
Yep.
Okay. Draw. A lot of people, and you'll see it, draw. They get upfield, they start to rush. It's draw. These guys turn inside and follow it. Okay, and I teach it both inside guys and outside guys, okay? The mistake on this, if I hear and I turn, I'm chasing it, and I don't have any containment. So on draws, high hat, low hat, bam, you show pass, and you show drop, boom, draw. I am here, ball's inside here. I'm here. I rotate outside, roll it now, and now pin it from the outside in. That makes sense. If somebody needs a little bit of that, just remind me later on, make a note, okay? But anyway, this is high hat, low hat we're doing. Again, you can get your guys here. We do this a little bit. Okay, high hat, low hat. Okay, if you can get a run, or a pass, okay, I'm going to flash them. Okay, I'm going to flash them down in my stance. Here I am. Light, flash it so those linebackers, DBs may see that. Okay, and if it's play action, they're ready. They got a light set. Okay, but that's what he's doing there. Okay, that was pass. Let me just see. I think somebody stuttered probably here. No, not really. They were pretty good. Again, this guy sometimes had a chance. Again, look at his don't no. Eyes straight ahead. So you can see your target, so you know what's going on. All of it, okay? We'll run through this fast here. This was just a different angle. You can see I like them a little tighter. Okay, these guys, the back line's got to be behind it, okay? Because I want them tight angle, sharp angle. Okay? And just now there's the pass. Like I say, run pass. You don't do this till late. You get them to learn how to throw their upper body, change their lower body. Watch to see if they stutter. Okay, and I think I got one here coming up, just what I mean by draw, what I talked about with draw. Okay, again, then you can get it, run pass. They're just reading you. Okay, once they get on it. Okay, let me just, yeah, here's the draw here. Okay, see outside, now pin it from outside in. I'd like him to come this way a little bit right now. Okay, same thing, outside in, so that we're not chasing it. The difference is inside guys can. Now he's on the outside too. We just had 3 there, but that's what I was talking about with that. Okay, now movements. Okay, I'm going to cover movements just because I think a lot of guys do. I typically cover it on this. Okay, movements. Okay. The way there's 2 movements for me if I'm going inside or out. Well, really 3, flat step 2, but movements. If you want him to redirect, okay, say he's an end, okay, he's a head up guy in this case, or a 5 technique. He's slanting into the B gap, okay, but if this guard comes to him, he's staying in B gap. I call that an angle step, and I'll get into that a little bit, okay? If he's coming and he comes underneath, we call that a bull technique, angle or bull technique, depending on what you've got the rest of the front doing, okay? Just a quick pointer on this, okay? I read either the face mask on ball or I read the heel, okay? It takes him to the hip, but I run and read the heel, and I found this out as I went and talking to coaches and all this stuff. If I look up, and this is what you'll see a lot of times. They look up like this, okay? And all of a sudden they're here. That guy goes down, I'm here. Bam, I get trapped, okay? Or I look up, I start to run upfield to see the back, and the back cuts across, okay? Why I want to do this is it does 2 things. 1, it gives me a great read. 2 is it keeps my eyes lower. My target, my landmark is the heel. So now I've got to keep my pad level down as I'm working. Now my pad level's down. The difference on this, some guys just go, hey, you're slanting. They don't tell them where their eyes are, and they're up here. Your eyes are up, my pads are up. Okay? My eyes are up, my pads are up. That's why I talk about shooting your hands, shooting them, not lifting them. Okay? All the same thing. And that keeps your pad level down. So on this one here, it is an angle step. And again, we're teaching this now. Okay? Again, he's like a 5 technique here or a 3 technique, and there's a center, whatever you want to say. Okay? Here's the pass. Okay, now I'm going to get into this real fast. On movements, really on any of it, okay? I don't complicate it by, hey, if this guy blocks down and you get this, you get, okay, there's 3 things your landmark can do. He can either come to you, he can go away, or he can back up. That way, young guys that have talent don't get, paralysis through analysis. They're reading everything. You go hard. You're on a track. If he comes to me, I'm racking him, boom, and I'm redirected. Setting an edge. If he goes away, I'm off his tail, hawking the ball. First thing on the line of scrimmage, okay? My line of scrimmage is the heel line. That's not where the ball snapped. We got to line up where the ball is, but our heel line of the offensive line, that's our line of scrimmage. We got to own it. If you're not playing at the heel line of the offense, then we're not playing very well. We're not very violent, okay? And in this case here, he's set backed up, boom, I'm up and staying on it, okay? Just depending on what the call was. That's how you do it. But that's a key, and I think it's a very good point. Obviously, somebody taught me that way, way back, but that's, my landmark is right here. Eyes down, right now, he knows it's pass. I got to stand that right there. Punch the dog out of him, okay, and upfield. That's what we're doing. If the guy would have came down this way, and I've got some examples that he's off the hip, staying flat down the heel line. Okay, if the guy comes to him, in this case, he's going to do the same thing, but you'll see, or if the guy goes away, like I said, coming off his hip. So that's what we're teaching there, eyes on his heel. Okay, again, 5 technique or 3 technique or 1, even 1 technique. Again, good job here. Now, the key, he takes too long a step in my mind. Typically, right there, on contact, and people say this, and I mean, they're somatics. First step, it is the second step in the ground, okay? He's taking too long a step. That second step, if this guy's coming to break his jawbone, he may get him, okay, if he's an All-American. So he's got to get a second step right at that target, boom, and now being able to punch and redirect. You always want them to think the toughest thing to do is him coming to you. That will keep their hands quick. Some guys, if you train them and he's away, you'll see their hands are below the waist or like this. You've always got to anticipate, okay, or alert. I don't like to call guessing. I don't like to talk about that because then, hey, they're 50-50. You just have alerts, okay? Knowing where the back is, knowing what's happening, that kind of stuff, okay? But that's me, okay? But again, good job here. Probably just the second step was a little long. So again, 3 technique, it could be the nose, okay? The 0 technique or 1 shade, and he's slanting across the face, whoever it is, okay? Could be head up. And this one here, we were just doing it from outside shade. Now again, there it is. Again, we're teaching it, but I'd like him to be a little bit faster with that second step. Eyes right here, but he's coming right down the line. Here's his heel. That's our line of scrimmage right there. Because if we get upfield and they got a trapper, now they're going to kick it out and come right underneath us, okay? You've got to understand your landmarks and your tracks on this, okay? So again, down, next time here again, probably too flat here. I'd like it more right on that landmark, right there. Here's, I tell them, here's your landmark. Toes, second step, both feet, both toes should be right on this target right here. Okay, it's a little teaching, but I'm going to correct it a little bit right there. Okay, everybody, again, you know, initially I'm talking about what you're going to get. Now it's, hey, you react, redirect, okay? Same thing on this stuff here. This is pre-practice. I couldn't go. I'd like to go a little faster on this. But again, you can get them all, okay? You just saw the drill there where I did it one at a time, okay? Then you got to get, you know, guys doing it right. This guy's got to be stepping more, okay? You've got to teach your guys to service each other. That's BS. I jumped his tail, okay? You move. You're taking a rep away from this guy because you're doing it half-tailed, okay? Again, now you're jacking everybody up. Okay, get them to service one another and know it. It was a JC guy that just took a little bit, okay? Better there. Again, I don't like him going this way. I'd like him to open up better, okay? But he's getting the drill right. Knucklehead, okay? We're supposed to go this way. Okay, train him. Jump him now. He's jacking us up, even though this is kind of walkthrough before practice for us. Okay, we couldn't go full speed, but hey, get him to pay attention. Okay, coach him up. I hope that guy jumps his tail. Don't be nice to him because he jacked it up. Okay, you only get so many reps. Okay, here again, angle step now. They're redirecting, but you can see this one's probably a little bit flat. This guy's a little better target on that and coming. Okay, so again, movement on this stuff. If you have it in your scheme, okay, for whether it's angle, and I didn't talk about the bull technique. That's when you'd cross if he comes across. Okay, let's just go here. I'm going to do this real fast just to show. Some of you guys made flat step. We called it a tilt step before. Okay, same thing. We were in zeros and fours here. Step into a 5, step into a 1. Learning how to do it again. Your still target is this guy. 2 me away from me or backing up. He's away. I stay connected and stay square. Go make a play. This guy doesn't attack it enough. Okay, he doesn't press it off his body. Eyes. Okay, boom, right there. Here's a perfect example. Okay, and Johnny, can you see your hands? Yeah, that's what he's going to tell me until he watches this video. Okay, and I go, well, then you got eyes in your jawbone because you're not seeing your hands. Okay, he saw to the contact, not through it, and now he's starting to feel his way to see where the ball is. That guy's going to knock you off the ball. Okay, train your eyes to do it right. Flat step here. Again, we'll just watch a couple just so you can see it. Again, having awareness where the back is, short, quick step. All of this is good. Now he's got to be violent, roll his hips. Eyes, can't see, is right there. Stop him. Again, it's not about all the, hey, you got to have this. Can you see your hands? Now you can teach each other. Now you can watch it. No. Okay, you're done. Pad level high. Okay, again, then chase it, redirect, and go play. Okay, now, next thing here, okay, I think this is as big, okay, of fundamentals for D-line. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, okay? I call them escapes, whatever. Most neglected fundamental in football, I believe. And way back when, and I'll give you just a quick story because you can tie all of this into pass rush, okay? First time I played or coached D-line, I was which I've worked with really good head coaches, okay? But you needed to have everything tied down. And by about the second game, he's going, man, you guys are really doing a great job rushing the passer. I had coached linebackers, and so I was bringing this, and we were working it, which I believed in, but all of a sudden I look at it, and this drill, if you've got 5 minutes doing I call them escapes, getting off blocks, whatever you want to call it, and the punch and the rip and punch an arm over carried, and this obviously does too, they all carry over to pass. At that time, I wasn't sure that it was, but it was. And so this is the most neglected fundamental from getting off blocks, but also learning how, and I don't say turn or flip anymore hips. I call it torque. I want to generate power, and I believe torque has more power and signifies more power than turn or flip. And I tell them that. I've got 3 daughters. Love them all, my wife and I. Okay, they can turn their hip and they can flip it a little bit. I want them to torque it, okay? That's the difference, okay? I want key words that talk about it. Same foot, same pad, and we'll see this. But it is the most neglected. People talk about blow delivery, tackling. Okay, hey, we're supposed to rush the passer. Fundamentals right here. Getting off a block. Learning how to button, and I call it button jerking. I'm not sure if you can use that term anymore. Okay, whatever you guys use. I still button drive. I'm talking about when he's head up on me, okay? And you've got to get separation, okay, and not panic and be able to go, okay? And that's the thing. And you need to understand playing D lineman. Once you get it, hey, a guy, you may step and that guy overreaches you. You may be in this position. Don't panic, okay, and just turn and run down the line, okay? Rack it, okay, work it. You can get it if you don't panic. Now, if all bets are off and I got to get off and I got to get to my gap, do it. But if I just turn and run, so this is something that, again, not panicking and learning how to get off a block, okay, when he's head up on you, okay? You don't want it to be that way. I just call it button jerk, okay? And what I'm doing here, okay, I'm going ready, their feet are moving. And I just told them button jerk, throwing right. Okay, this one here, a little bit better punch on this one. This guy doesn't punch it as much, but he slingshot right there. Butt and jerk, throw yourself by. Okay, this is better. Okay, again, the difference in what you're doing, okay? Great teaching video because you can see which ones do it right. Soft, okay? And again, we were getting ready for a scrimmage. I want him to be on. Knucklehead, okay? I told him, okay? Button jerk, and I said throwing left. I said throwing right early, but it's throwing left to their left. It's always on the defensive side. I'm always on this side. I want to see how their pad level. So, again, what I want on this is I butt him off my face. I'm going to pull, okay? I call it slingshot. Slingshot him by you and rip off or arm over, depending on what you're teaching. A lot of guys do this, drop it, or drop it. And if that guy is strong now, he's got you. He's got an arm on you. Okay, so again, you've got to teach him how to accelerate, use his body weight to pull yourself by, and now run your knees and clean yourself off the block. But it takes a little time. Okay, obviously I'm talking about something we don't have. Camps, I always use this. In our camps, I always have D-line, okay? The equipment guys don't like me as well. A lot of times, I'm going to have jerseys on because I want them to button jerk one another. If you got a T-shirt on at a camp and you pull the T-shirt and rip it, then somebody's mad at you, okay? So again, I get the jerseys out there, and I want them to have it so they feel it. So we do all this with or without pads. I think some of the stuff in here, we got it, okay? But that's kind of button jerking right there. I call it slingshot. Right there. Get off it. And now I'm going to teach him ripping there initially. Okay, and we'll talk about rip and arm over here in a minute. Okay, slow with his hands. Okay, this guy doesn't even understand what was going on. Okay, here again. Now, you can't set your feet. You want to keep your feet moving, okay? Button jerk, and again, because that guy did it wrong. Now this freshman who didn't know Jack Pidley, he does it the wrong way too and jacking up the drill. Okay, throwing left. Okay, but again, you can see it from a different angle here, what we're doing. Button jerk, ready, punch, pull. Now, listen to me on that, okay? Real fast, I'll give that to you. This group, this video here, this is a little bit longer, maybe the 5th, 6th day or something, and so they're doing it better. But I want to teach them, because if you just teach them to punch it and go, they're never going to lock out. I want to see punch, and I call it racking, okay? Elbow extension. Ready, punch, pull, rip. I want to see that in that segment, so I'm making sure they understand it, because if not, they're going to rush through it. I say be quick, don't rush. Everything that we do. Be quick, don't rush. Don't be in a hurry, because now you're going to fundamentally go to heck. Okay, so bam, off, boom, and now rip it or arm over. You can do this, okay, on air. I've got our guys doing this right now. On air. Okay, so again, they can still get the fundamentals of this stuff right now on it, okay? Now here, you're just going to see a couple. Let me just, okay, again, here's a pretty good punch. We were throwing right on this one, ready, punch, throwing right and ripping, okay? Guy just trying to get off it. I want to see it, okay? I call it bobblehead. Make that head snap a little bit. Train yourself. Pretty good, not bad here. Again, pretty good here. Again, have a sense of urgency. You're not training yourself one bit to get any better. You're taking a play off. This guy, and I get both of them. This guy, hey, make him snap your head. Don't just be easy on him. Okay, but anyway, button jerk there. I want to keep going here. Everybody, you can see it. I've got some other angles of this, but everybody understand it. Button jerk throwing right, button jerk throwing left, whatever you use, okay? Big thing, and again, especially inside guys, high school, you know, you get a lot of guys that just jump at you. Okay, if you get them here and they're setting, okay, rack them, they're going to lean forward, and now you can pull through it, okay? It's similar to a bull rush, but not really truly that, okay? But you get guys that jumps at you, this is, you can work it. Okay, obviously you don't like to get head up, but there are times you're going to get it, okay? The next one I do, there's 3 of them, okay? This next one, button jerk. If there's anything that you write down or remember, okay, this saves time because it can help you with pass rush also. Everybody's, you know, concerned about how much individual time. Button jerk now, we just showed you. Punch and rip, same thing. I'm here. I'm going to say ready. My feet are moving. Punch, punch, pull, whatever you want to call it, okay? I want to torque my hips. I want to go right down the line on this. And what you get is guys go here and then step. Same issue you get when a guy rushes the passer and his arms out here. He hasn't torqued his hips, okay? And that's what you're trying to do. You don't always get it, but you'll have more chance of being here. And now if he oversets counter hump, okay, and come underneath it, okay? But that's why you want to be violent with the hips. And when you are, you got to be violent with the upper body. They work together. Again, like I said, same foot, same pad. Upper body helps your lower body. So in this case here, again, this was with no pads. I can't remember. Okay, slow, but that's what I want, okay? But now lock that arm out, but you're punching with the left, pulling with the right. Again, all I'm saying in this, we got punch and rip, punch and left, rip and right, okay? Here, and again. So again, 91, the guy was stiffer earlier. Hasn't changed any, just stiff. We got him better, okay, but not as smooth. Now, what you want to make sure, and I got a clip, I don't know, make sure they're stepping. You want to cut that angle off tight. Okay, in fact, this guy here, you can see he goes out wide. If you go away from your blocker right there and say it were pass or just you were going to pursue, that tackle can set right here. You want to cut that angle so tight. And now when you have him here, he can't do anything. Arm over and rip. I teach rip initially. All it is, if he's up, I'm under with the rip. He's down, I'm over. Okay, we teach this as, hey, and they've got to service each other. So if I'm going to be ripping, I want the guy to be up, the offensive guy. If we're going to go arm over next, I want him to be down so you understand when you're going to arm over it, okay? We'll get to that next. So anyway, this is ripping here. Okay, again, it's just ready, punch. Okay, again, I want him to even a little bit deeper. Okay, this guy just, you can see again, hey, not all of them are going to do it right. Great teaching because, hey, Johnny, you're stepping wide. You're not stepping to him. Cut that angle. Nice job here. A little bit stronger. He's a little late with his hip, I think. Okay, same foot, same pad. Okay, again, run or pass. Okay, again, this guy's just doing it with upper body. He doesn't throw any lower body into it. This guy, again, he's right there, elbow out. Okay, he's screwed right there. Elbow out, got no power. He just going through it, okay? But this is, again, this is what you want here. Button jerk again, see it? I'll go through it here again. This group they were doing it a little bit later here. But you can just see it again. You get them lined up. I'm always on the backside. Again, when it's running, when we go against team, I'm always on the offensive side because I want to see their eyes. But on this drill here, I want to see them lining up. I want to see where their feet are. Okay, down the line, okay? You can see some of them working like this guy cheated right here. No lower body working. His upper body's turned right there. Lower body still square, taking it off. Okay? He's just taking it off, settling. He's settling for the drill. Now, again, he had a GA or a coach there, so he wasn't being as violent. Be violent, snap it. Get a little bit better, just make sure you lock it out and you're down the line, okay? Punch and rip on this so you can see it, guys. I want to get to this next one and hopefully, again, this was half speed, but I will show you something where it became important. Half speed, I didn't like it, okay? But we couldn't go full speed in pre-practice, okay? So, but you can see how he's going wide here. Okay, I needed to show this to correct it. But this guy here ended up being a good player, okay? But you see how he's stepping out. I want him to step here, cut that corner. And this was great to see it Okay, a lot of people didn't want it. I want video, even in pre-practice, so we can, okay, hey, Red, here it is. Hey, Red, you got to step to it. You got to shorten this corner right here. When you're going, right there, that guy's got a chance. So he's a big guy and all, but if that guy's an All-American, the same thing. Plus, elbows out right here. Elbows out, guess where I'm stepping? I'm stepping out. Elbows underneath me, now I can cut it. Okay, great teaching point. I want to show you these two just so you get that, okay? Turned out to be, a good player. Now, arm over. Okay, guys, hopefully I'm not boring anybody here. I guess on these you can step out if you need to, okay? Here we are, fit myself. Again, eyes right here. I didn't talk about that. I want my eyes. I want a good fit. I want my feet underneath my hips, whether I'm button jerking, flipping my hips, okay, on the rip, and then arm over. Okay, on the arm over, same thing. It's the same thing here. Ready, punch, pull. Now, he's down. I'm pulling down. I got him. He's over. Now, same foot, same, and I want to be violent. Okay, I want to be violent with my upper body, violent with my lower body to step through it. Otherwise, they're going to kick out. They're going to try to trip you. They're going to grab you. So, if he's got his hand on me, pardon me, I'm here, boom, I want to snap it. Okay, he's either going to let go or not play that next play. Bam, right there off of that thing, and now I'm stepping through it. Okay, so again, and I know some of you guys are do a good job. I don't like this pregame. I call it pregame. Okay, you got to teach them, okay? Everything I do in pass rush is next. I don't know if we're going to get to it. Okay, I want to get to the back of the pad. I want to get off it, and I want to go, okay? And so, again, it's upper body, lower body violence to get off it because holding is legal. So don't tell me they're going to hold me, coach. That's legal. You didn't get them off your face. You weren't violent enough snapping that elbow. Okay, so again, that's why you do it, and you can't do it like this. You got same foot, same pad, so you got to teach that. Anyway, that's a teaching point that I think is very deserving of talking about, okay? These guys are kind of just running around it, though. A little bit better here. This time he goes. Now, again, it's on a coach, but get it right there. Right there. But, again, it's got to be elbow down. Okay, it can't be dragging it, okay? Here, let me just get another example here, guys. Okay, better job right here. Again, down the line. You got to go down. If you're up here, you're not torquing hard enough. See how he's just going, again, now he didn't want to rip the coach's shirt, but it's got to be fast. He's shuffling. I ain't going to win. That guy's 330 pounds trying to rip your throat out. He's got a chance. Doesn't on this one. Doesn't on this one. This one's a little bit better, but still wide. Okay, now you've got to coordinate that. And that, again, is why, guys, that when I talk about this, coaches, okay, it's ready, punch, come out of your shoes, okay, keep your feet moving, over. Because otherwise they're going to come out and they're going to go here, step, and then try to wheel around. Okay, so you want them to torque their hips on this, okay? Let me see, Coach, you just, again, like I told, now combination, I'll just talk about this, okay? Combination, I'm fitting, okay? Again, the difference on this is, again, if he's up, I'm under. If he's down, I'm over. So now, boom, I said he's up, I rip. Okay, all of a sudden he's 300 or 280 pounds. He sets down. He's down. Now I'm coming back over. So it's a combination. Throw the rip, arm over. If he stays up, hey, I'm clean. Or I got him down. Boom, I go over. Okay, because he's down. Now all of a sudden he stands up. I'll come back over. That's a little bit advanced, but guys can do that, okay? And I don't know when any of you guys want to get back, but they can do these things on air. All of this stuff, I've got our guys trying to work this. We had 4 days. It's all a spring ball here, but they are working on this stuff. And so there's things here that you can get them to get better with on it, okay? Combinations, I'm not going to. How much?
I think he's saying time.
Time?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Coach Cam, am I at the top of the hour?
Hey, Coach, that was fantastic, man. I'll tell you, between if I only had some eligibility left, I'd come play for you. That's for damn
I
sure.
wish. Hey, am I the only one sweating? Come on.
I love it. Yeah,
Coach is loving it.
between you and
Because
Coach
normally he's out here too.
Springer.
But go ahead. Go ahead, Coach. Yeah. If somebody wants anything else, like I say, I've done these talks, so I've got some where the clinic is longer. And so I've got other stuff. The blow delivery is good. Just all of it. I'm just getting right now into the past. But again, agility only, and I don't even like calling it agility. It's practice for us. It's endo, okay? We ain't walking around. They understand what it is. It's tempo setter, okay? Some people go, it's agility. Well, it's warm up. No, we already warmed up, okay? And then bam, okay, blow delivery, or escapes, okay, get off, eyes and hands, all of that stuff. Coach, go ahead.
He wants an email. They want your email.
Huh? Oh, yeah, okay.
Write your email down real fast.
See if I got this thing.
Now just write it down. I'll put it on there.
Just zero in. I don't want to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't. I don't want all that.
Yeah. We about to get y'all the email. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, no problem, guys. No worries. We appreciate you.
Here we go, guys. You got it there, guys? I'm sorry.
That's the email.
Yeah, perfect.
You got time to write it down, take a shot of it, whatever you got to do? Is that
Perfect.
good? All right, Coach. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Like I said, you got that email if anybody needs anything. Anybody got any questions or other ideas? I'm always in it too, to learn. I appreciate your time. A little unique. Glad we got through what we did. I got a lot more anytime somebody else needs somebody to talk. If I can work it out. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for coming on. I know these guys appreciate it, and stay safe down there in Con, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it all. Have a great day.
Thank you.